That will not be the last time you will be seeing the countdown on the stream, believe it or not, because tonight is Trivia Tuesday, and because I'm too lazy to count down the numbers myself, I am going to be using these cool countdowns I made myself, so that way I don't have to count down. So I'll just show you a couple of them so you know what to expect. So we have this 30-second timer. I don't have and some of the questions I believe are 15. I don't remember. Yeah, there's a couple 15-second ones, but most of them are either 30 or 60-second ones. That right there was a 1-minute timer. So those are just some of the things we're going to be seeing during the duration of the stream today as we begin talking about Trivia Tuesday. But all Trivia Tuesdays, before we get into the trivia, we need to do some organization. So some announcements I want to make before we get into this. So stick with me here through this. I'm going to announce a couple things. For starters, the trivia tournament is coming up, and I do have it scheduled. It is going to be crazy. It's going to be an actual tournament, not just like me asking general trivia questions that I come up with at the last minute. Today, I actually have a whole bunch of questions written down in my notes, so that way I know what I'm going to be able to be doing today during the duration of today's trivia stream. On top of all else, though, the craziest thing is the trivia tournament's actually going to be a tournament and expect it to last for, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 hours if I were to take a guess at it. A good stab at it, like 2 to 3 hours. I don't know, to be honest. I still barely understand how tournaments work anyway, bro. I'm that stupid, yo. But so that's gonna be happening on, let's see, what did I put in? I just put in like some random day in May, I think. It was a Wednesday. It was May 15th. Yeah, May 15th is the day. Hang on, was that April or May? Wow. May 14th. I'm sorry. May 14th is the day of the trivia tournament that I will be hosting. So mark your calendars. It's going to be a crazy stream. It's probably going to be one of my best ones. The trivia tournament is going to be on May 13th. What's going on to Chicken Network? Similar name, similar game. I'm always going to say that whenever you pop into the stream. So yeah, what's going on, you know? So that's what you should be expecting on May 14th, 2023. 2024. I thought for a second that it was still 2023 because of how fast our year is zipping by. Believe it or not, 9 months left of 2024, guys. Did I forget to mention that? We have 9 months left of 2024, yo. That's crazy, bro. But want to know what else is pretty crazy is the fact that we're also going to be doing a hypathon soon. These will be once every month. These aren't going to be like common occurrences that you'll see every single week. These will be hosted sometimes either on like, these will usually be like Saturday nights, and they will not be in place of video essays. Video essays will just go up like Saturday morning. I'll just spend a bit more time on the Friday beginning to edit the video essays. So that way I can get the actual video out. So I can get like the live stream out in like the afternoon of Saturday, or I'll do it like Friday evening, whichever one I can think of. Friday evening is the more likely scenario. Expect them once every month. I would assume probably at the end of this month and then again at the beginning of April. So those are our hypathon announcements. That is going to be coming very soon. I don't have an exact date for you because it's always going to be alternating. There's going to be some postponing of it to do. But if I were to take a stab at it, 3 to 6 hours. And not all of it will be here in my setup because in here it gets really musty really quickly. So I'm going to have to like take some breaks outside, you know. Still chatting, still connecting with the chat, but like there is going to be a whole lot of different stuff that'll be in that stream, so you don't want to miss it. Today, we're going to be doing channel spotlight as well. We have another channel that we're going to spotlight. Believe it or not, right before we get into the trivia, which will be in a couple minutes, we'll get into the trivia. I just want to do the channel spotlight really quickly. And I just want this stupid thing out of here. There's like this weird thing, like when you're trying to like click on a message on like the actual YouTube chat, like what'll happen is like the stupid like thing where you can click like emojis will pop up, and it's a useful feature if you're trying to show some love and support, but on the other hand, it blocks your messages from being able to click on it and like be able to like either like get to the channel or something like that. So I'm gonna have to really quickly type 45 in the chat so I can reach the message that I want to be able to reach. And sometimes like if you type a heart, it'll sometimes like automatically, oh, I have to type 45 again. Maybe I'll just type 92 to wake up Nightbot today. So yeah, we do have our channel shout out today, believe it or not. I did have to type those 2 random numbers in the chat to see if I could get that stupid thing to move, but it looks like I was able to. So, our channel spotlight today is going to be the Chicken Network. So, very similar channel style here with 62 subscribers, 28 videos. These are all chicken videos, and I believe we are the only 2 chicken channels that I know of, at least, that are named The Chicken in some form of way that actually post chicken videos. Most of them are just like gaming. I know, it's crazy. I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now. I want you guys to go check him out. He makes pretty cool chicken videos, I must say. So there's a link right there. If you guys want to go check it out or check it out later, I'll pin the message right at the top. Once I can get the stupid emotes thing out of here, then I will be able to pin the message at the top for all of you guys that are wondering. That is our channel spotlight for the day. So, yeah. What's going on, Brandon Iyer, yo? What's going on, man? Well, today we're going to be doing this, live chat today. I don't know. So, as you probably know, I'm pretty good with, like, chickens and stuff like that. So, like, I'm obviously going to be asking some questions related to that there. We got our first question, which is, what is a black and white striped chicken breed? For this question, I will be giving you guys 30 seconds to answer it. By the way, this is a horrible, attempt at, like, doing Trivia Tuesday again. I don't know how well this is actually going to go. I spelled striped wrong. Wow. I'm really that smart, you know. So, right there is our question. What is a black and white striped chicken breed? So, let me begin the question in 3, 2, 1, now. So in an instance like this, where like no one's able to like answer it in the chat, what I'll do is I'll add 15 more seconds to it. I'm making this up on the spot because usually I never think of a scenario like this when I begin my streams, but we'll do it today. We're gonna start off with so allow me to count down from 15. So we're gonna start with 15, 14. Remember, black and white striped chicken breed. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. In this case, anyone that's participating in the chat will not be getting that'll be like it'll be kind of like a draw. It won't be like any like points get wagered to anyone for this scenario. If you guys are wondering, the winner is like gets like a shout out on my community tab. That's it, because like, you know, that's how great it is. And by the way, if like no one does this, I kind of now I'm just gonna like do the trivia, and like so that people watching the replay once the stream is done, you guys can go back, rewind, check it out, you know. And I said go back, rewind, go check it out a little bit, and then that'll be it. So yeah, pretty cool, really cool actually, you know. So the answer for this question, I'm about to show you the answer for question 1. Typing it in right now. So, you guys, this is a really simple one, believe it or not. No, I don't want to click that, okay? Okay, StreamYard's giving me some issues right now. There we go, that's what I wanted to click. So, the answer for question 1 was the Barred Rock. I'm surprised no one actually guessed that one. That was a pretty simple one. And by the way, guys, you can use Google for these harder questions. Just like try to like answer them to at least the best of your ability before using it. I'm not gonna like say you can't use it at all though. So question number 1, that is the answer for question number 1. Next question we got though here. I did not want to click that. Question number 2 is, how many feathers do chickens have? And for some reason I put that as 30 seconds. When in reality, I think that should be a bit more than 30 seconds. We'll give you guys a minute for this question. Oh, there we go. I keep forgetting to scroll down to click save on the banner button. So there's our question. How many feathers do chickens have? Not 30 seconds, by the way. This is going to be, I'm going to edit that to say 60 seconds. There we go. So there's your question. Let's go and click play. You guys can Google this one if you need. Right now, that point is going actually to the Chicken Network. I put down 8,000, but I'd say really 6 to 12,000, anywhere between those points, and I would have given you the answer. As soon as it begins showing here, which is, there we go. Now I can post this in the chat. So right now, this is our current scoreboard. We have 1 point to the Chicken Network thus far. So that is so far our pointage for this stream. Expect it to go up. There's no removing points, by the way. We're not doing anything too crazy like that just yet. Now we have some more trivia questions. Keep in mind, everything in this stream is trivia about chickens, and chickens only, because chickens are really cool like that. The next question, I don't really know if I want to ask this. I'm not going to put it here. It's way too difficult. Well, I mean, it's not. We'll just do it together. This is one of those questions where I'll do it with all of you guys. So, question 3 was assuming each feather is worth about 0.0015 cents each. How much, like, not like 0.0015 cents, but like $0.0015. All right, that, I don't know how to actually word that. It's like 1/5 of a penny or something like that. I don't know. So how much would the whole chicken be worth, assuming they have 8,000 feathers? That's a question I'm going to work through with you guys, because not everyone might be able to solve that one. So for this one, I'm going to whip out the old handy calculator I have, and we're going to take the very simple question of 0.0015. By the way, this is like, by the way, I had to do a lot of research to find about that is about the feather the cost of one feather, because I had to do some division there and stuff like that. So then we take that and we multiply that by 8,000, and we get about $12. Actually, $12 on the spot. So 12 was the answer for that one. But of course, that was a really tricky one that we're not going to include in tonight's chat show, because it's a pretty tricky one. So we're just going to work that out for you. That one ends in a draw for everyone. So everyone that was participating gets a point for that one. Because anyone that's participating in like questions like that are like way too difficult for most of the chat. I know this is a horrible layout, but I'm going to try to get this all figured out soon. I haven't done one of these streams in over a year ago. You know, that's crazy. So next one I have is one that might require some Googling as well. This next one I found on a website, so I'd still have to question if this one's 100% accurate, but I found it on like 3 different websites, so I'll be assuming that this is fairly accurate. You guys can correct if it's wrong, but here is your question. How much... All right, there we go. How much is 1 dozen black copper Marin eggs? If you don't know what they are, they're like really chocolate brown eggs. That's 1 minute. Let's go. 1 minute on the clock. Well, I'm going to give you guys a hint for this one really quickly. This one I'm going to give you guys a hint for because this one's pretty challenging. And we'll give you a hint. It's a pretty big range between two big numbers. We have one that is on the lower end, a bit lower than 70. One that's a bit higher than 140. Take those two numbers into consideration. That's your hint. Take those two numbers that I just said into consideration, and that is your hint for this question. And we'll give you guys an extra 15 seconds. We'll count this down together. We got 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just remember, guys, I literally gave you the answer right there when I said those two numbers. Because do you want to know something? The answer was, I'll show you really quickly. The answer was lying right in front of you when I said those two numbers. It's a really challenging range, but if you said any number around this, then I would say it was correct. The answer was $70 to $140. So I basically gave away the answer. But remember, I say take those two answers into consideration. I know sometimes mobile keypads and stuff like that can be really annoying. So that's why I have extended time frames for some of these questions. All right. Next question. So that was question 4. Yeah, question 4. So the next one we have is, what is the fear of chickens? This one I actually talked about. If you do a little bit of scrolling on my channel for maybe about a couple seconds, maybe, you'll probably go back to April and find a video about this. I will give you guys 90 seconds on this one. I don't have a 90-second countdown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a 60-second countdown and then a 30-second countdown. So we have our what is the fear of chickens one here. And let us begin on this countdown for 90 seconds. And we'll find out what is really the fear of chickens. You guys can look it up and stuff like that. Just remember that, guys. Can I find this? Oh, there we go. Wow. So we got no answer for this one. I'd assume either barely any people are in the chat or this one's actually a genuine confusing one. So, yep, the fear of chickens is alcaterophobia. You get the point on that one. It's a little, I'll give you 3/4 of a point. No, I'm just going to give you the full point there because it'll be hard to calculate that. But yes, alcaterophobia. Correct me if I'm pronouncing it. It's like a phobia, the irrational fear or aversion of chickens. Usually, I'm not really seeing anyone with that, but I can definitely get behind it being an actual phobia because it could possibly, maybe you were younger and you were attacked by a rooster or something like that. You were just spurred in the knee or something like that, and that right there is an easy way to gain trauma from chickens. I have been attacked by a rooster when I was younger once. I never forget it, but it doesn't traumatize me too much because the injuries I sustained were quite minor in its nature, so it wasn't that bad. So our next question we got here, gotta get this one up here. So yeah, the answer was alcaterophobia. You got that one right. Let's see, what is our next one here? This one you guys should get right. This one I'm giving you 15 seconds for. This is 3 points. Yep. This is the most inconsistent show I think you guys have ever seen. Yeah, I think everyone's getting this one. So what are male chickens called? Let's go 15, 14, 13. I'm just going to count down in my head, okay? Because it's quite annoying in its nature there. So what are male chickens called, yo? That right there is one I think a lot of you guys will probably be getting. Yep, we already got the answer there. Roosters. Yep, that is your answer there. So far you are winning. We have no one else in the chat. Usually there'd be like many people in that message I sent in the chat, but so far no one's really pulled up to the chat just yet. A few people have, just not a lot. So our next question that we have here, let me go find it. So this one might also be another one that you'll probably have to look up, but this one should be one that like, this will be one that like, where do I find the words for it? This will be one that you'll probably get pretty quickly. All right. This one shouldn't take too long to find. So there's your question, and there. Well, there's your answer right there. No, it's not, yo. I don't know why I just randomly said that. So, the answer for this one was about, if you were to say anywhere from 200 to 300, I would have marked you correct. If you said like 65, then that would be a bit far from the actual answer, which is about 2 to 300 usually. Maybe like, and also coinciding with this, their average body temperature, which is not a trivia question here, is about, I'd say 102, 103, maybe 104 degrees. So that's about all the averages you'd probably find out with your chicken. So next question that we have. Oh, wow, this is lagging behind really crazily. Whoa. Why is this saying was... Yeah, I'm having some lagging here. So yeah, 250 to 300. I'll give you half a point because that was a bit late. But because the lagging that's going on here, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know why. This is... My actual studio is saying it's like 2 minutes ahead of what it actually is. So right now, 4.5 points. There we go. I know, usually it's an 8-second delay, but for tonight, for some reason, it isn't. It is more than an 8-second delay. This is saying it's 23:42. This is saying it was started streaming 21 minutes ago. So I don't know if there's an actual delay or if it's just the normal 8-second delay here. So next one we got, what is the average lifespan of a chicken? This one's just another like quick Google search. Or I know this one off the top of my head. There's a lot of different results you'll get for this one. If you say anything that like, if you really say anything that like makes sense, I'll probably mark it as correct. So you'll get some points from that. So this is pretty much 3 points. All right. Well, yeah. I'd say with this question, there's a lot of different ways you can approach it. 3 to 7 years is really average for like people that live in like high predation areas. According to Google, it's 6 to 12 years, which I'm thinking I'm leaning more 4 to 8 years than 6 to 12 actual years, to be honest. I still stand by the fact that it's like 4 to 8 years, but 3 to 7 years is not far off, so I'm going to give you points for that one. But, like, I still don't understand where they could get 12 years from. I don't really see you getting 12 years out of like a chicken or something like that. For roosters, I think it's a bit lower because they have like different habits than the rest of the chickens that could like shorten their lifespan, like being the head of the flock, which will like literally allow them to which will like which will be pretty cool. So that's why you might have like a lowered like lifespan for your chickens. All right, there's definitely something wrong here. This is not right. Something's wrong with my chat here. It's not like the actual chat. It's like the connection here. I don't want to give up. I don't want to throw in the towel yet. My live panel in here is saying 4 viewers. My live stream page that I have open says 1. There is something going on here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the quick hold up there. But there's just something going on here. I don't know what it is. It's probably just something on my end. But we then have our next question. I think we're actually getting pretty close to these last couple questions here. So our next question that we have here. Yep, we are on question 9. This one is another one you probably will get pretty quickly if you like know your chickens just a tad bit. You'll probably get this one. So what is the social pyramid of chickens? Like, how are chickens like ordered? Like, if you guys, I almost said the word for a second that would give away the answer because that would be the answer. But like, there's a certain like order or group that chickens are placed into based on like how good they like perform early on, and based on like how they're able to perform like early on in their lifespan. This one is really important for the chickens, or at least they treat it as if it's really important. It matters a whole lot to the chickens. It doesn't mean a whole lot for us, but it could possibly be like a really impactful thing for your like chickens. They usually go through a couple of these and they cycle through it. And I will give you the answer in just a couple seconds for this one. So the social pyramid that you get out of a chicken. So the social pyramid, you'll get like a social pyramid. If you don't know what it is, it's a triangle basically with different orders on it. Yep. The Chicky Babies got the answer. It's the pecking order. Yep. The pecking order is the answer. And the first person to answer will, of course, get the points. The second person to answer gets half point. The third person gets a quarter point. And the last person, and if there's like more than 3 people in the chat that are constantly answering the questions, then there will be, and the points will be like evenly distributed, kind of like that. So I'm typing this in the chat right now. So far, these are our scores right now. So we have 6 for the Chicken Network and 1 for the Chicky Babies, which isn't quite fair, but like they just pulled up, Gotta welcome the new viewers into the chat. New viewers are just pulling up right now, So we now have our last question of the day. So this one, it looks like it's structured in a way that like makes it look actually way more difficult than it is. So what are 4 scientific names for chickens? Not like one of the 4. This one you probably will be able to get at least one of them. It doesn't have to be all 4 of them. There's 4 different ones. You'll probably find different results depending on which way you search for it. So we have, what are the 4 scientific like names, like the actual name? Like I almost said the answer there. I got 4 of them here. There's probably more than that, but like they usually have like a really weird scientific name to them. So let me give you 1 minute on the clock. Alright, so for this one, the answer was, I have 4 of them here. Gallus. That was one of them. I mean, Gallus, just not I have like, why do I have them arranged like this? I should have had them in a list. Wow, I'm pretty stupid. So we have Gallus, Gallus domesticus, Gallus. Why do I have that? Why do I have that twice? Domestica. I think it was just Gallus domesticus, then Gallus lupus, but I'm probably wrong with that one. All right, you gotta go. All right, see you next stream. Yeah, see you in the next chat. Hopefully, I'll be able to do these more consistently. I broke that promise one too many times, and I'm finally trying to restore my faith in getting those 4,000 watch hours. That beautiful golden temple might not be as far away as it seems. Looks can be very deceiving. So, that right there was the last question. I only had 10 prepared. In the future, I'll be doing more like 20, 25 questions to keep the chat going, but because this is like my first time going back on one of these older streams type things here, this will be a harder one for me to do. So that will be the end of our Trivia Tuesday. Thank you for taking time out of your day, even if it's just a minute or two, to go check out the chat. I'll be posting the winners in the community tab sometime in the course of the next 1 hour at worst. You know what? I'm going to go type it in right now, so I will end chat on that, guys. Let me just